So I just started to write the question, and it was so long, so I thought maybe it's better.
Yeah, it's a cool.
So what I started to write is that it's I know it's probably a funny question,
Yeah.
but I stopped smoking for about I did it for about 10 days, and then when I so after 10 days, I think the body is much more calm, and you have less. You don't have the urge to smoke so much, but the inner chatter was still running, and it was like going through. I have to smoke, or I want to smoke, so it was kept on going.
Yeah.
So I went to understand it when it all started, and it's actually it was happening about a year ago that I started smoking again. I haven't been smoking for a lot of years, so and I understood that the cigarette is bringing me some sense of it's like rejecting the feeling of not being loved.
Yeah.
And so I understand that, and I came back smoking. So for a week now, and I so I understand that I have to address that feeling,
Yeah.
and then maybe go back to stop smoking.
Yeah.
But so, and my question is, do you think so? Ultimately, I think to work with that feeling, I understand that it is in me. It's like I'm a triangle. Really want to sense the sense of love,
Yeah.
which is in when you start to awake. So, but I probably I'm not sure that it's gonna be right now. Um, so ultimately, I understand that it is there, and it's not in any place outside.
Yeah.
And my question is do you think that it's I'm afraid that while I'm smoking, I'm like making the illusory sense of self stronger, because it's like doing an activity which is building on the premise of that I am and I have to have the cigarette. So do you think it makes it stronger, the illusory sense of self?
Um, I think that's an impossible thing to say, whether something makes it stronger or weaker. I think we can only address what's happening. Like we don't know what the future's going to be, and we don't know, because sometimes things that we do that are negative can actually lead to a seeing of something deeper, so we can't ever possibly say. But one thing I would say about the smoking is, this something in your life that's bringing up that feeling and then leading you to smoke? Is this something that you're feeling particularly unloved by? Sometimes when we don't feel love towards another, it also makes us feel unloved, if you see what I mean.
Yeah.
Like, so sometimes when we're rejecting someone else, that equally makes us feel unloved, because everyone's kind of a projection of our mind, of our brain anyway.
So I didn't really understand what you're saying. So you're saying it's like a reflection of me rejecting others, or me
No, I was
rejecting
just
myself?
asking if there's something in your life which is making you feel, or which is reflecting to you feeling unloved. Like, is there a situation that keeps occurring?
Yeah.
That's bringing that feeling up?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that me being away from home brings up this this feeling.
So I think that's where you need to look then, is that attachment to being at home, like where your mind thinks the love can be found there, rather than looking at the smoking.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that that if I would do some work over there, so it will like reduce urge. But do you think it's so? You think that it's can ever be? It is not possible to make your sense of illusory self stronger, or?
I think that obviously the sense of the illusory self has got stronger through time because there's been a belief in itself.
Yeah.
So that's got stronger, but I mean, so you kind of like keep repeating things which keep enforcing that you are someone again and again and again. But how can we possibly tell? We can't step out of it and look from the bird eye view of know where something's going. So if you had a bird eye view of someone walking along the street, you could see what direction they're going in. But we can't look at life like that. We can only look at presence, and we don't know what leads to what. It might be that smoking again leads to a greater understanding of yourself. So it might have you can't really look at it like that. Like this is why one of the main teachings, most probably, is that you don't arrive there. Because it's beginning to lose that attachment to that person that lives in time, that believes it knows what life's about, believes it understands where it's going. And it's just coming back to this mystery. So rather than thinking of what gets me where and what direction is going, because really it's just coming back to this, I would just address what's triggering the smoking.
Yeah.
Because it is a lot nicer not to smoke, because it makes you feel ill. I used to smoke when I was younger, and even when I was really younger, I could still feel the effects of it when I ran up the stairs.
Yeah.
So I would just look at what in that moment when you feel like smoking, so you've got to the point where you've realized that it's about love. So is there something in your environment which is triggering that?
Yeah, and work with the attachment to the environment. Yeah. Thank you for that. You just, in some sense, you gave me a permission to smoke more because it's like enlightenment or getting closer to the true self as an illusion, actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like being in the right direction. You could say. So it's like it's the most important thing for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the most right direction that anyone can be in is just being as open now as possible, rather than looking too much at what our actions are in the timeline. Is it's just coming back to this of what's happening and what attachments are appearing now, rather than looking too much out at where you're going.
Yeah, of course.
But I understand the wanting to stop smoking. So about a year ago, I was at a party and I had some of my friends' cigarettes, and they were really strong cigarettes, and I didn't realize. I was a little bit drunk. And when I went to bed that night, I couldn't sleep because my heart rate was going so fast. And this is just from having like 2 cigarettes or a couple of strong cigarettes. Like, it really is strong smoking. It really has a strong effect on the body.
Yes, it is. Just after stopping for 10 days, it was like coming back to smoking. It was like a huge headache.
Yeah.
It's horrible. It's like I saw a joke of someone that said it's the only product that you have like an ad on it. Don't take it.
Yeah.
It will kill you, and still you buy it.
Yeah.
That's good. So thank you for that.
With pleasure.
And I had another request.
Yeah.
I